We're breaking for you now a story that is a CNN exclusive. A crackdown is taking place as we speak on gangsters across the country. This is an effort led by the National Investigative Agency. As we speak, they're carrying out raids in more than 50 locations across the country. As we've already told you, the raids are specifically on gangster groups. This comes after the MHA, the Ministry of Home Affairs, instructions to act against gangsters. Now, in specific, as we speak, raids are taking place in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and the Delhi NCR region. These are the details we have so far. And in particular, it's gangs that are, as we've already told you, executing sensational murders to terrorize common citizens. That's the directive that's been given to the National Investigative Agency in their search as we speak. Now, these raids are on a few different groups. These are the details we've shared with you, and now we have more details on this same breaking. We're learning that the gangsters were using cyberspace, social media, both to publicize their actions. They were using them also to create fear in the public at large. They were raising funds through extortion, criminal intimidation and smuggling. They then used that money to finance terror activities and recruit young people in their gangs to escalate those very activities. Now, we'll go over to my colleague Anand to understand more. Anand, what details do we have? What details are we receiving right now from the NIA about the crackdown that they're conducting as we speak?
Well, it's a developing situation, Zoya. So what we are also seeing is that we're getting multiple inputs. Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta getting us inputs. We've got Shankar Anand at News18 and Arunima also, who's tracking the NIA closely, getting us inputs. Now, we're given to understand that the raids are at as many as 60 locations. And what top sources are telling CNN News 18 is that these gangsters were using cyberspace and social media to actually, one, publicize their act, two, try and also get more recruits, people who could come into their gang. They were also trying to create fear, create a perception that these are not people who should be messed with. And then, of course, raising funds by organizing extortion, criminal intimidation, smuggling, etc. But more importantly, this money that they were raising the funds was also being funneled or being directed not just towards their own gang activities, but they were getting into terror activities, financing terror activities, and getting aggressive with the recruitment, trying to push a perception that it is cool to be a gangster. So this entire gangster culture was being promoted among the youth, and with them being encouraged to carry weapons, and then being given protection if they get into acts, illegal acts or unlawful acts. So all of this has happened. Now, as the raids are happening, there have been important discoveries or information we're given to understand that even with the attack at the intelligence wing which had happened in Punjab on the 10th of May, there has been some clues that have been recovered as to who the perpetrators are. Namely, the main gangs which are under the target are the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, the Bombaya gang, the Kaushal Chaudhary, Kala Jateri. These are the main gangs. Largely all operating in northern India, the states, the areas of Delhi NCR, Punjab, Haryana, and of course spilling over into certain parts of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Wherever their operations are spread, the locations are going on. 60 locations so far. But more importantly, it's not just gang activity or gangster activity. It's more importantly that these people were actively now being engaged, recruited, and being part of financing, aiding, and also logistical support for terror activities and terror movements.
Okay, thank you so much.